Hey kids, Mr. Glenn here, hope you're well. We are going to go and start learning more about Tynker. This time we are going to start adding scores and locations and also start using some broadcast blocks as well. So while we're here, let me show you where to go. Tynker.com. Sign in with your school email, find your lessons, and look for keeping score module this time. And then you need to go and follow the guide like we normally do. So in today's, I'm going to go and just quickly show you how similar this all is to the Scratch games that we've learned before in year 3. And so when we made those point and click games in the tutorials, if you can remember the tutorials that are here, the tutorials allowed us to go and change the scores that we can get when things hit things or when we click on things. So we made this set of scripts, these instructions here, that when we made this do things or whatever it was in there's a dragon, whatever, we clicked on it, things happened when we clicked on it. In a second, we're also going to remember what happened with this, which is the area of where the cat or the sprite actually is. When we start to move this around, there's a value that starts to change inside these two little circles here, and they go from minus 250 to 100 to 250 one way, and then minus 250 to one way, and then 250 the other. Let's go and take a look at this. If I minimize this, I should get my Tynker screen up. There we are, keeping score. I'm going to go straight into the balloon game example. You'll see Professor Glitch and Dr. Dr. Ava, I forgot their names. You'll see the two characters in there. They tell you how this game is going to work. We are going to go and make a start block, and then there's a balloon. And this is really important. This start block is really, really super important. And wait for the internet. There we go. There. Try this balloon game, then create your own. Pop the balloon by clicking it. So this is actually a really important part of making games. This uses a broadcast to make this move, and then you can click on the balloon to make it pop, and then we're going to get points for making it pop. So I'm going to click start. My balloon's going to move, and then when I click on it, it's going to explode. So far, so easy. So let's go into the tutorial and go and find out what is happening. I'm going to start this one. I'm going to come back halfway through to let you have a go yourselves, and you can come back to the video in a second. So here we are, making a balloon game. This is what we're going to go and do. We're going to go and just look around the screen first. Let's see what assets we've got on the screen, and also some things that we can ignore and create ourselves. So the first thing is my start button. I can move that around. I think you can do this on the iPad as well. The balloon, so you can move that anywhere you like. It says start it at 0, 0, but we don't need to start it at 0, 0. We can start it anywhere we like. The three things that we've got are stage. That doesn't move. That doesn't change. The button doesn't change. You only click on this and it sends a broadcast. But the balloon has two costumes. So if we go into the pencil here and we go and edit it and we go and check it out, what's inside it, you can see I've got this costume and I've got this costume as well. So that's worth knowing because that's what's going to happen in a second. I'm going to go next. So I love broadcasts. Broadcasts are so powerful. They let you control and tell stories and make your games come alive because it makes things disappear and you have like automatic control of things. So it's called start. You can call it whatever you like. And then we're going to go next. And so what's going to happen is that's going to send a broadcast out to my balloon. And so I'm going to switch my costume to balloon. So when I click in here, I've got balloon and pop. The pop is when I go and click on it. And then here it says go to 0, 0. I've ignored that because you don't, it doesn't need to be at 0, 0. I like it when it's down here, so it's got a long way to fly. My other computer's just gone off. So in here, I can see my coordinates, like I said before, like it was in Scratch. But down here, it says 17 minus 299. So I'm going to go and put that in, actually. 17. And was it 299? Yeah, it's still there. Minus 299, isn't it? So it's minus 299, minus 299. Like so. So I'm going to go and drag that up into there, like so. And then I'm going to go and give it a little play. Let's see what happens now. Start. Good. So it's going to go and move in a second. Good, good, good. And then in my balloon, here's my broadcast. So when I receive start, which is in my here, I mean, we could call it, we call it go. Let's go and call it go. Let's see what happens when we do that. Go. So when I go into here and I go to when I receive go, there we go. When I receive go, whatever, change y by 5 pixels, and y is going up. So y is like on the vertical, so it's yes. That's how I remember y, yes. And x is no, so you say no, and your head goes from side to side. So in here, I go change y by pixels, and it's going to do it every 0.1 of a second. Let's go and check it out. Let's go and check this code. There, it's jumped into the right spot, like it did before. I'm going to go and hit start, and it's moving. And click stop. I'm going to go and change that to, let's go and see what happens if I change it to 20. A bigger number, it might fly a bit faster. It's jumped into the spot. Just to prove to you, I move this out of the way over here, like that. I hit start. Jump. Done. Much faster. Oh, what do you change that into 100? What's going to happen if I change it to 100? Hit start. Wait for it to fly into the sky. Bang. Right. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to come back in a second. We're going to finish the last 2 parts of the tutorial. Right, year 4.